Hi to all. In this particular video presentation of mine, now I would like to proceed further with yet another paper titled as How to Do a Systematic Review Number 1. Here it is given to us fully that how to we can go ahead and take care to adhere to certain steps to do the systematic review. That's number 1. And the authors that you can see is Alex Pollock and Ivan Burge, and the paper was published in 2018, volume 13 to 138 to 156, and this is Journal of Stroke WS. Okay, now why I have chosen this particular paper, there is a reason behind it, so that all of us are aware of certain things which we need to take care when you are writing a systematic review. Okay, now I'm not going to read any of these papers. Now they have discussed, first of all, let me just show it to you the steps what they have done. They have discussed what is a systematic review, number 1. Number 2, they have gone ahead, okay, and they have showcased to you certain visualizations, and have a look at it out here. They are talking about both Cochrane reviews as well as the non-Cochrane reviews. There is a reason behind it. Why? In Cochrane, it's basically a specific kind of studies, all belonging to medicine, nursing school, etc, etc. All of them are there. Non-Cochrane reviews are the reviews which belong to the non-medicinal schools. And if you come to trials, they are talking about the trial cases which are specially present in both the domains. So that is the fun of taking care and going ahead with the systematic literature review. However, for me, why this paper is important is because of this particular table that is present. Now look at the table 1. What does it do? It gives you types of systematic reviews, number 1. This is number 1 that you have to see. Second is frameworks for the review questions or the research questions. Try to remember that. Fourth, third one is resources to support the protocol development. Fourth is quality assessment of the studies that are included or excluded. And fifth one is what you call it as the review reporting. Now for me, most important would be type of systematic review, framework that is being used, and number 3, resources. No, I wanted the questions. So let's go ahead and step by step have a look at these things so that we are able to understand. Now the first block, if you can see, focuses on what is the effectiveness. Okay, what is the effectiveness of the of an intervention? So here the question is on the effectiveness, number 1. Number 2, on the intervention. So what is it that we are talking about? We are talking about a treatment. Remember that, intervention, a service, or a policy. So these are certain things that you have to remember. And the type of systematic review is the intervention review that you are talking about. So for example, the questions are, what is the safety and effectiveness of something for the treatment of something? Second one, what is the effect of something as compared to this thing for this one? Next one is, does fitness training after stroke reduce? So you can see the differences out here. And what is the framework that they are using? They are using PICO, PICOS, PICOT and PICOT. Now the question arises with the intervention studies in each one of them. So you need to have a little bit more patience so that I can come up with the notebook and show it to you as to what is the definition of population, intervention, comparison, outcome, and then you can go ahead. So what are the resources to support the protocol? Now have a look at it. You need to mention it very clearly, whether the intervention, Cochrane Handbook of Intervention Reviews. When you are talking about Cochrane, be very careful, because the moment you say in your paper, I have used PICO framework or the protocol of PICOS or PICOT, remember these people are watching you like a watchdog. They are there, Joanna Biggs, this one, or standards of this one, and the MECIR, which I was talking about for all these things. Okay, so you need to be very careful in your writing of a systematic literature review, and not just like that and say and abruptly or in a very loose manner use them, or a combination of them, or as per your use. You cannot do it. Now I hope you have understood as to how these things are coming in. Let me go for the next block, and here you will see what is the accuracy or the sensitivity or specificity of the diagnostic test. So this they are calling a DTA review. So if you are writing a DTA review diagnostic test, then these are the questions that are there, and the frameworks or the protocols that they use is basically PICO and PPIRT. This I haven't mentioned it in my Excel sheet. I need to add it also, and this thing has been given to you in Cochrane Handbook of DTA reviews. So you cannot fiddle with the handbook or the notebook that has been given and say that yes, see, I have used this thing, however these are being used as per my use. No, you cannot do that. And then comes the quality assessment, which is a different altogether, and we will see how to carry forward. Now to even use PICO and PPIRT, what are you using? You are using what we call it as Prisma DTA. So can you use them directly? My answer is absolutely no. Unless and until you don't belong to the diagnostic testing schools, you cannot use this particular thing. Now let me go to the next block and see what else are they discussing out here. And this is now what is the prognosis, prevalence predictors, okay, of a recovery of a condition. And these are observational studies, and this is basically for the these are the questions as to how you can go and use it. And I told you PEO you can use it, have PCO also you can use it, however PICO, because it is interest and intervention is not there, so I'm fine with it. However, be very careful as to how you are going to take care, and these are the Cochrane method, how to use it, and give it, it has been given to us. And somebody was asking a question, once I go ahead with the systematic literature review, is it necessary that I have to do even meta-analysis in the same paper? My answer is no. Now there are three ways in which you can go ahead. You can simply write SLR, which is a systematic literature review. After that, you can, there are so many varieties of reviews you have got. You can reformulate it from the single one, and you can write as many papers as you can. Once you have completed with this, please go ahead and you can go ahead and do the meta-analysis. Why? Because SLR itself will take some time for you, and by the time you are completing with MA, that is meta-analysis, you would be spending some number of years, let's say for 2 years. So your meta-analysis paper would be easily accepted by the publishers. The third thing that I wanted to tell you is that it's not just the meta-analysis. You can go ahead even with what we call it as meta synthesis also. So once you have completed with your systematic literature, you have got the leverage. Either go ahead and you can write a meta-analysis paper, or you have got the option of writing another paper which is called as meta synthesis also, and you can carry forward. So these are the three steps that you have got, and you can take care of it. So let me see if there are more blocks out here? Yes, there is some more discussion out here, and this is basically what is the accuracy of an outcome assessment or measurement tool that I have taken. So here the type of review is what? It is basically review of measurement of the instruments. So here you can talk about the validity, reliability of certain scales that you have got, that you are using it, or psychometric things that you are taking care of. Now here resources, you don't have directly the one, however you have got the resource, and that's why I said a complete 2 to 3 videos will be there on what exactly do we mean by Cosmin and how to understand it more and more. So that's a different thing altogether, and we will see how to understand Cosmin if you are going ahead. And this also nobody does it. Let me tell you, we do talk about validity and reliability, however we never ever do it. So I think this is something which is very new, and we will be focusing on these review of the measurement instruments through Cosmin, and we will see more. The next one that you are able to check up in the block is what are the views or experiences of people with a given condition. Now this is such a fantastic review paper. I really love writing this one, and it is purely a qualitative review. Okay, and you can use spider, you can use spice, you can use eclipse without e, and you can even use the eclipse with I would say P, S and E also. Okay, and we will see variations of these things also which are there. However, Cochrane handbook says that yes, you can use them even for medicinal schools also, and side by side the other schools of research. So these are certain things that we will be focusing on, and I'll be explaining to you a little bit more about the meta synthesis works that can be done once you have completed with this kind of a review. So that is the fun of writing and doing systematic literature review. It's not just one form of it and then we have completed. So these are the review process that we have got. Let me just expand it a little bit more so that you can see it very carefully. Just give me a moment. Cosmin we have done. Yes, this is the part that I really wanted to discuss, and this is what they are telling you. First, plan a systematic, ask a research question, check if a review is needed for this or not. So this is step number 1. Step number 2 is define methods for the review, gain a peer review and feedback, publish it. Third is complete review. Now you understood how many steps are there. So you can do this thing simply and you can publish your paper. You can do this thing, get your paper published. Number 3, implement the protocol, document deviations from protocol, and you discuss, and this becomes another paper for you. Fourth would be make review freely available. Okay, disseminate the review and plan the updating of the review. This is the 4th step, and you can publish even this one also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and combining all these things together will be your 5th paper. Now, if you have completed with this 5 papers, then you can proceed further with what I call it as meta-analysis. You can do it. Okay, and from here itself you can proceed further to do what I call it as meta synthesis, and we will see how to do even meta synthesis also in this particular playlist itself, and we will learn more about that. Meta analysis, Neeraj sir has done it in a very nice manner, so I'm not going to intervene with that at all. However, meta synthesis is something that I'm looking forward, and I would be whatever I have learned, I'll be showcasing showcasing it to all of you. And from these things, you will understand the importance of these protocols and the frameworks, especially, and be very sensitive. Do not be in a hurry that, yes, I have got so many things which have been given to us, so let me just use them. Again, I'm reiterating it. Be very careful if you are serious about writing a paper on a systematic literature review. So let me come up with yet another discussion. Till then, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.